and make big plays.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Becker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Warriors. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's Green. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air on first down. Oh, better look out. Can't get him to the ground.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hill. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Red Wolves now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Scott. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
On the run, it's Scott.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Dangerous screen into traffic. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Davis will throw. Got his man. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Look out, he's got room. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tug the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Barber.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Red Wolves will have it 1st and 10. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Got his man all by himself. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time.
Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Davis looking to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Snags it quickly on the left. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Red Wolves will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. Oh! This is some physical pass defense.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Rainbow Warriors will hustle for the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Hawaii. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Florida State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ncaa State ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. On the move, it's Scott. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw on third. With the catch, it's Scott. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get them matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Got it in the middle. It's Becker. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown hit?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Davis will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Graham. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Off play action. Looking to buy time. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handle. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Scott. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Finds the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's excellent.
Oh, he's got some space.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field, and bleed this clock. And you got to start thinking about where are your best runner runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Florida State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong, turning it on. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Scott. At the 45 on his way. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the...
Big guy tries to barrel in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
and the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be 3rd and long. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Graham. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence.
Breaks into the open. And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can get something to eat?
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harold. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Scott. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Williams will pass. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Try and play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right down the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The give is to Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected.